All right, and welcome to another episode of the Sloppy Bro Show, coming to you live on this Friday night. We made it. We got through another week. So here's a toast of the weekend, my friends. For those of you new to the show, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, punch that notification bell. I don't make any money off this channel, but the more I can get it out there, maybe one day, we'll see. So yeah, anyway, I want to do a quick video. As I'm sure most of you are already aware, Roger Stone got sentenced this week to 40 months for lying and obstructing Congress, which, we all know it's bullshit. But at least it wasn't the 9-year sentence he was looking at. He's looking at 3 years or 4 months, if my math is correct. But still, for a first-time offender, I think even that's bullshit. But the good news is there's a good chance it might get retrialed based to the bias of one of the jurors that's come out this week. Apparently, she was a anti-Trump supporter, made that very clear, and didn't like anybody that supported Trump. So hopefully, Roger Stone will get a new trial, and he'll get found not guilty because it's a bullshit charge. I mean, if they're going to charge, if they're going to, accuse him of lying to Congress, shouldn't they do the same thing with Adam Schiff? During the impeachment hearing, I mean, Adam Schiff's the one that said he didn't know who the whistleblower was, and we know that's bullshit. So why did he get arrested and thrown in the damn clink? That's one of my main questions. So we've been streaming for about a minute now. I'm gonna kind of wait and see if anybody gets on board. I'm gonna drop a couple of links, see if we can get some people in here and see what kind of stuff we can get going. We will. Actually, let me go ahead and delete that. What is the shareable link I can give? Oh, there it is. Copy. Paste. And lastly, I guess we'll go and throw this on Twitter too. All right, now that that's done, let's see if we can get some people in here. So yeah, Roger Stone, as we all know, got a shitty deal, which doesn't make no sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know when it comes to politics, Roger plays dirty as hell, but hey, that's the game. Every politician does. They're pissed off at him because he does it better than most. You got to give the guy mad props for that. I mean, shit, he's been doing it for what, since the damn 70s? I mean, I watched the documentary on Netflix. I got to tell you, the dude's fucking amazing. Got a lot of respect for that guy. The one thing I'm concerned, though, is President Trump. I really hope Trump does not pardon him right now. I hope Trump lets everything play out, see what the retrial does if he gets one. Even if he doesn't get one and he has to start his sentence, I think Trump is best to lay low, let the shit go. And then if he gets reelected in 2020, which we know he will, he can pardon him at that time. Otherwise, he's just going to open up a big can of fucking worms on the damn Democrats. They're really going to come after his ass hard if he does that. So I hope he's smart enough not to do that. Same with General Flynn. I haven't really been following his case too much. I don't even know if he's been to trial yet and been found, guilty or whatnot. But in any case, if he does, and he is, I hope Trump is the same thing. Waits until after the election and then pardon him, unless by choice, he doesn't get reelected. Which, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. Of course, he'll be able to pardon him before he leaves office. So, in any case, Roger, if you're out there watching this, hang tight, brother. Nobody's forgotten about you. You're gonna be taken care of. So, you might have noticed I'm doing my live stream a little bit earlier than usual. Uh, Trying something new. I did a Google search on what is the best times of the live stream, and according to Google, the best time is between 6 and 8. Around 8:30, 9 p.m. things start to taper down. So I figure I'd give this time slot a shot. And plus, I've been drinking. I didn't want to get too drunk, before, doing it later. But if anybody would like to take part in the show, hit me up via message, and I'll send you the link. You can Skype in, and well, no, actually, I don't think we can do that because I'm not even using I'm not using OBS tonight. I'm actually doing this through YouTube's built-in thing. I wanted to give it a shot. It's not too bad. It needs a lot more built-in features, and hopefully, as they keep adding to YouTube Studio, they'll add the ability to take calls and live, take voice over IP calls as well as do video streams with other callers. So if you're watching YouTube, get that shit added, man. Because I like OBS, considering it's free software, but Jesus, the quality sucks a lot. I did a video the other day using it to record, and I've got this, Logitech C922 camera that's supposed to be, high definition, 1080p, and the video just looked like shit. And I'm even using, I got a ring light, and I've got some other LED lights that I'm using, and as you can see, I got the color lights in the background. But even then, the video just looked grainy as shit. So if anybody's got any, thoughts or ideas on how to improve that, let me know. Let me know how the video quality is today, right now, as well as the sound. Sound should actually be pretty good. I've got it all peaked up pretty well using my mixing board. So, damn, is that good? So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Roger Stone is being made an example, by the deep state and the far left, as I like to call them, because I mean let's be honest, that's the way the Democratic Party's going now. I mean, they're going far left. I mean, for fuck's sake, they're pushing socialism. I mean, I don't know if you watched the debates the other night in Las Vegas, but I mean, just about everybody on stage, is for socialism, with the exception of Buttigieg and Klobuchar. They seem to be right now. Well, maybe Biden, but let's be honest, Biden's lost his damn mind. He don't have a damn chance in hell. But Klobuchar and Buttigieg, they seem to be more moderate Democrats. But goddamn, fucking Sanders and Warren, they are way the fuck out there. And we already know AOC's back in Sanders, which I'll be honest, I hope come the election, she loses her district and gets the hell out of Congress. That woman is nothing but trouble. Same for Ilhan Omar and that other damn woman with Rashid Tlaib. And the fourth one, which I can never remember her name. I don't think anybody pays attention to her. But, the four horsemen of the apocalypse is what I like to call them. Because they are bound and determined to bring down the Democratic Party. As a matter of fact, those ladies just need to get it together, get the hell out, form their own, Labor Party or something, just because they're not, the Democrats that, we are familiar with, like with the likes of JFK and whatnot. Excuse me. Too many cigarettes. I'm starting to get a little backed up with the damn sinuses and shit. Oh man. So yeah, the Democratic Party, man, they're collapsing. They're falling apart. I mean, they're really starting to eat their own. The left. I blame that whole woke culture. You know, and the whole political correctness and everything. They've gotten so damn sensitive with everything. You know, they take everything so damn literal and seriously. I mean, it's really sad if you think about it. You know, a good example of that's Joe Rogan. Um, Several weeks ago, you know, Joe Rogan came out in support of Bernie Sanders and basically, you know, just told the damn truth. I mean, the one thing about Bernie Sanders, and I can respect this, is that Bernie's message has not changed over 30 years. He has stayed on point. He has been pushing the same ideologies and views since day one. It hasn't changed. And I respect that. He is definitely not a flip flopper, you know, like some. So he came out in support of Sanders. And guess what happened, man? The left went ape shit. They came out at Joe. They went after Bernie, all because, you know, Joe Rogan, who's heavily involved in the MMA, mixed martial arts, for those of you not aware, believes that, you know, transgendered, you know, men who become women should not be allowed to participate in the MMA. They should not be allowed to fight, you know, cis women, you know, biologically correct women, basically because it gives them an unfair advantage. And, you know, that's Joe Rogan's point of view. And they came out and just fucking went ape shit over that. Blew my mind. Because, you know, Joe Rogan's got a shit ton of followers. I think he's got like over 2 million followers. You know, if Joe Rogan can reach out to those individuals that follow his podcast on a daily basis and convince them to vote for Bernie Sanders, I mean, hell, that's going to make a pretty damn big run against Trump. I mean, especially if the DNC doesn't fuck him and he gets the nomination, which that's still up in the air. Personally, I think it's going to end up being a brokered convention. Um, I think the DNC will try to screw him again, mainly because the Wall Street elites that are in the Democratic Party, you know, are scared shitless, you know, of his damn tax hikes and his Medicare for all plan, and rightly so, because I mean it's going to cost a lot of damn money. I think the last estimate I looked at was $36 trillion for Medicare for all for everybody to be covered. If you taxed every man, woman, and child in the United States, we still wouldn't have enough to pay for it. So I have no idea how that's going to work if he gets elected. And if he gets elected, you know, Congress and the Senate, they're not going to work with him. You know, they're going to fight him tooth and nail, just like they did Trump. So Bernie's going to have to do like, you know, Obama did and Trump has done. He's going to have to use executive power to get a lot of shit done that he wants to do. So it'll be interesting to see how far he can push and toe that line. You know, 2020, man. November is going to be a crazy fucking month. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Personally, I hope for the Democratic Party, Klobuchar gets the nomination. I think she's the most moderate Democrat, you know, that's running right now. Though I can't stand her policy on guns. Um, Not really happy with, you know, her stance on that in the Second Amendment. You know, she wants, you know, red flag laws. She wants to take, well, you know, limit magazine capacities. You know, all the shit that, you know, we read about every damn day. She's behind it 100%. So, you know, that bothers me and that worries me because really, you know, when it comes to the Second Amendment, any 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 law or bill going against guns is unconstitutional in my opinion. You know, period. Gun rights are, you know, the rights for everybody, and there should be no laws or rules restricting that right against anything. It should be wide open. You know, instead, what we need to do is invest more money in mental health. If you want to prevent the mass shootings and shit that occur. Because remember, folks, guns don't kill people; people kill people. And you don't need a damn gun to kill somebody. You can do it with a damn rock. I mean, if we look at the damn, you know, Book of Genesis, Cain and Abel didn't have no guns back then, but murder was still committed. So, you know, guns are not the problem. It's people that's the fucking problem. Well, 15 minutes in and shit. I guess everybody's eating dinner or out and about or something. I don't know. I was hoping maybe we get somebody in here. But yeah, as I was saying before, the Democratic Party's collapsing, man. They're turning on one another left and right. And I just don't see how they're going to beat Trump in 2020. It's just, I don't see it happen. Trump's numbers continue to go up every day. His rallies that he has, I mean, are packed, filled to the damn brim with supporters. Um, and, rightly so. I mean, people are tired. They want a good economy. They want more money in their pocket. And Trump's giving them that. And yeah, you can say that, he's riding the coattails of Obama, but no, this is Trump's economy. I mean, the day that he got sworn in, the stock market, went up. Things are going better now because of all the deregulation, because he's loosened the rules and the loopholes so that, businesses can damn start doing shit, can start competing without, having the damn government get involved. They're able to hire more damn people. That's why unemployment is so low right now. But I really just have a hard time wrapping my head around Trump and the disdain and hatred for the man. I mean, before he ran for president, everybody seemed to like and love him. I mean, hell, The Apprentice on NBC was like, a really highly rated show. I mean, it had a lot of damn viewers. He was on The View. He was on Ellen. He was, doing the whole, daytime talk show circuit, and nobody had anything bad to say about him. Yeah, he's probably done some shady shit, through his investments back in the 70s and 80s. Hell, he might have been discriminatory against some people, but I don't know if discrimination, actually, coincides or constitutes racism or racist. You know, I mean, they're his buildings. He wants, the best people that he can get in them. So that could be anybody. I think it might be more of a slight against lower economic individuals, poor individuals. I don't know if it's so much, an issue with race. It is, money and finances. I mean, when you're rich like that and you're, building these properties, of course you don't want somebody that can't afford to be there. That's not going to pay their rent or whatever on time. You want to go with the individuals that, have more money. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying it is what it is. So I don't think he's racist as far when it comes to color, but I think like with most Republicans in the GOP, the only color he cares about is green, greenbacks. Money talks, bullshit walks. That's all he wants, cares about. You know, but to say that he's racist against a group of individuals or people, I just don't see it. And I can't, whenever I ask people to show me proof that he's racist, they can't. I never see nothing. I mean, they go to that comment that he said, regarding Mexico sending their best. But I mean, if you go and look at the full video of where he said that, before the media cut it up and shaped it to fit their narrative. I mean, you know, he also said there's good people too. He just don't want the murderers and the rapists, coming over here. And that makes sense to me. I mean, why would we want the criminal element or the bad individuals, the bad apples to come into this country? I mean, you wouldn't. At least I wouldn't think so. But hell, who knows? They've accused him of being sexist. Yeah, okay. We heard the damn hot mic, with Billy Bush, on the entertainment tonight. But again, that was something else that was taken out of context. He wasn't talking about, all women. He was talking about gold diggers, women that specifically go out and search for men of power and wealth, you know. And to get that, yeah, they will let you do anything, even grab them by the damn pussy. That's just the reality. That's what gold diggers do, man. They don't want to work for a living. They want a sugar daddy. They want somebody to take care of them. And there are women out there like that. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's the reality of the situation. But because of that, I don't necessarily think that he's a sexist, against all women. Just maybe against gold diggers. Hell, I don't know. Anyway, what you gonna do? All right, 21 minutes in and still nobody. Where are you fuckers at? See, that's why you got to hit that notification bell so that when I go live and when I post videos, boom, you're the first ones. You can be involved, in this conversation. Because believe it or not, I want you guys to be involved with the conversation. I want to hear your opinions. I want civil debate. I want to know where you guys stand and what you think. I do, good or bad, like me or hate me. You know, either way. I mean, fuck, even if it's just to, give some, helpful critiques on how I can make the show better or what I can do to make the videos better. I'm open to any and all suggestions. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to insult me, by telling me the way it is. Hell, I'm a big boy. I can take it. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think the Democratic Party's collapsing? Do you think, Roger Stone deserves to be pardoned? I mean, hell, I want to hear it all. I'll be the first to admit, a lot of times, sometimes I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I may not be well versed or well educated in the subject. These are just my opinions. This is shit that pops in my head, and I let it out so that it doesn't fester, and pollute me. Better to be out than in my opinion. So yeah, that's all it is. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It doesn't look like anybody's gonna damn pop in tonight. Probably my fault for going so early. Maybe it'll be better if I do it at a later time. You guys let me know what time's best for y'all. What would be a good time for me to live stream that you guys are gonna jump in and participate and watch. Drop those in the comments. I'm only 2 away from hitting 200, so that's pretty cool. And the most recent video I posted has been doing really well, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, you guys, let me know. Drop those comments. I love reading comments. I love hearing what you guys think. But again, for those of you new, if you like what you see, what you hear, if you want to be a part of the discussion, hit that, like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So that way you guys will be the first ones to know when the videos go up and get posted. But yeah, I'm going to go crack me another beer. I'm going to be jumping up with my boys later on online, hanging out, just kicking back because fuck it, it's Friday night and that's what I do. Anyway, thanks again. I love you all. And as always, I'll catch you fuckers on the flip side. Peace.